What it do, H-Town, what it do? On today's rundown, the Houston Texans must go big and go home with almost $70 million in cap space. And all their premium positions are filled with rookie contracts. The Houston Texans cannot afford to waste another prime player or a premium player or a Pro Bowl player's prime without going all in and trying to make a Super Bowl run, because we never sniffed an AFC championship, H-Town.
Watch your mouth!
We must go big and go home. So H-Town, get your listening ears ready, strap up your boots, and let's welcome back, H-Town, welcome back. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to spend a few minutes here with your dreadhead host on Everything H-Town Sports Debate Show. And like always, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, hit the bell, notifications, whatever, man. Your boy is always going to bring the hot topics, and your boy is always going to bring the heat and the energy, because that's me, baby. It's not fake. It's not artificial. It's not made up. It is me, baby. And the first topic today is, will the Houston Texans go big in free agency, man?
You know what they say, go big or go home.
And the Houston Texans have almost $70 million in cap space with the new money. With the new money, the Houston Texans, to be exact, have $69.8 million to spend in free agency. And I know a lot of people's going crazy. Oh my God, what are we going to do? We got to resign 10 starters. Oh, we got to fill the team. Lord have mercy, man. We have $70 million in cap space. The veteran minimum, even if it's $1 million, dude, it is not going to make or break the Houston Texans, man. They can they can front load a lot of these contracts. They can give dudes big new signing bonuses, all type of things to work the cap. Plus we have $60 million, and we're not going to be broke, people. You people have so much PTSD. You can never seem to just get it together. Man, H-Town, we cannot do this. We must go big in this free agency. We have to make a run. We have to do what we can, H-Town. We cannot stop. We cannot hope to go get a lot of these blue collar 1 year, 2 year deals and then think the Houston Texans is going to be competitive when we come up against the Kansas City Chiefs or the Dallas Cowboys or the Baltimore Ravens or the Cincinnati Bengals when the team is at full strength. Or even the Buffalo Bills, man. The AFC has some of the strongest quarterbacks. Even the Eagles, man. Like, dude, we're going against some tough divisions. We going on a first place schedule. So H-Town, we cannot go into this offseason looking like we want to go penny pinch out of free agency. And I'm not just saying go out there, make it rain. All willy-nilly and all crazy, just anywhere and on anybody, because 9 times out of 10, those deals do not work out. But it's some sensible deals. It's some good prime players out there that can help us. I mean, there are playmakers and will change the game and change our direction. Like a Saquon Barkley. That guy is a playmaker. That guy can catch it out the slot, the wheel routes. He can run the zone run scheme, the power run scheme, whatever you need that guy to do, he can do.
That boy is good.
When he's only going to cost you probably anywhere from 10 to 12 million. And we just gave 12 million to Dalton Schultz. So you guys need to stop panicking. As a matter of fact, we gave Kahimi Fairbairn $15 million. He's almost getting a little under $6 million a year. And that's a kicker, man. So it's no need to panic, man. The Houston Texans must go big. And I'm not saying a bunch of players, but I'm talking about now that I know the cap that we have and the availability that we have of funds, man. The available funds that we have, we can go after a Christian Wilkins, especially if it's no higher than 23 million. I will ride with that. If it gets to the 25, 26 million dollar range, I'm not rocking with that. But we can go after a Christian Wilkins from the Miami Dolphins, or man, we can go out for after a Saquon Barkley, a Josh Jacobs, man. We can go after these guys because we can afford to pay these guys. And like I said, The Houston Texans brought a lot of guys back, man. They bringing a lot of guys back. They kind of running it back with some of the dependable guys that they had. Eric Murray, I know he was hurt last season, but he did play in some games, and he's a dependable backup. Man, he's bringing back Desmond King. I love that move. Bring D. King back. I like what he did at the end of the season when he came back from the Steelers. That man balled out and showed the Houston Texans that they made a mistake in letting him go in the first place. I like what the Houston Texans are doing because they're rewarding their own. They're bringing back their own, especially the guys who were productive. So I'm loving what the Houston Texans are doing right now. They're hitting a lot of singles, but no home runs, no triples, no grand slams yet, man. The Houston Texans cannot afford to just sit back. And I know everybody's like, hey, man, we gotta pay Derek Stingley, man. Oh, we gotta pay Nico Collins, man. We still gonna have enough money. Plus, we also have players that's coming off the books next year as well. So at the same time, man, that's a lot of excuse. Nick Caserio is going to make this thing work. You can afford to give a Christian Wilkins a contract, and you can afford to give a Saquon Barkley or Josh Jacobs a contract and still have available funds and cap space that's going to roll over to the next season, and then the cap is going to go up again because that's what the NFL is about. All the new TV money, all the revenue that's being split, all the money that they saved during COVID, man. The Houston Texans are going to have enough money to field a championship contender team. And if in franchise history, let me go back and let me break it down for you guys. The Houston Texans are notorious for wasting players' prime. Andre Johnson, that's a first ballot. Well, he wasn't a first ballot, but he's a Hall of Famer. J.J. Watt, that's a first ballot Hall of Famer. We wasted these guys' careers and we wasted these guys' prime. I'm a Houston Texans. I bleed the blood of the Houston Texans. I'm a Texans fan since day one. I love the Oilers, dude. I am Houston through and throughout, and I can tell you that we wasted the prime of the Arian Fosters, who was a Pro Bowler, the D'Amico Ryans, who is our head coach right now, the Brian Cushions, man, the Javian Clownies, man. We wasted the prime of these players. And we didn't do anything because a lot of times we refused to go all the way in on a quarterback, or we refused to go all the way in on the deep. We always wanted to try to cut corners and save and maybe piece up and not go in and get the guys that you needed, man. So this is not the time to do that. I mean, you guys have been seeing this for over 22 years, but then we have a lot of people out here and a lot of Texans fans or a lot of Texans spectators like, oh man, the Texans don't need to spend that money, man. We can go in the we not, first of all, we're not going to get everything in the draft. We have the 23rd pick. So a lot of times, more times than not, the 23rd pick does not pan out. If it does, that's great. Hopefully the 23rd pick can have a solid 10-year career like a Whitney Merciless, but 9 times out of 10, well, 50% at a time, those first round picks, especially down there at the 23rd overall pick, will not pan out. A lot of the guys in the second and third or day 2, day 3 will probably be more productive and better than that first round pick unless you just hit on the guy like a DeAndre Hopkins, or like you just hit on the guy like a Dwayne Brown with the 26th overall pick. And no, that is few and far in between if you hitting on guys like that, man. So please, Texans fans, get out your way, get out your feelings, let the PTS go, pop a pill, pain pill, whatever it is you need, pop a melatonin to make you go to sleep or relax or whatever, because the Houston Texans have to go big. We cannot waste time. We cannot waste CJ's prime. We cannot waste CJ being on this rookie contract, Stingley on this rookie contract, Will Anderson Jr. on this rookie contract, Christian Harris on this rookie contract. All these guys are on this rookie contract, and we're not paying too many veterans, no more than probably $12 million. I believe that's the highest veteran that we paying besides Laramie Tunsil at about 25 and Titus Howard at about 19. So people, chill out. The Houston Texans have more than enough money. If you don't trust in Nick Caserio, then you're showing the reason why you have the PTSD. Because Nick is going to spend some money. He's not the same New England Patriots Nick. He's seen what that done. He's seen what happened after Tom Brady left. What happened to Bill Belichick after Tom Brady left? The Patriot way was the Tom Brady way. So you people need to get over that. Nick Caserio knows. He know how to adjust. He know how to contort. He know how to do what he need to do to be successful and to make this organization successful. So I don't think he's going to penny pinch. He may penny pinch at some positions where he's already strong, but as far as running back, he needs to go get a guy. He needs to go get a dog. He needs to go get a Saquon Barkley or a Josh Jacobs. Tony Pollard, that's kind of like penny pinching, but I would accept it if he bring a good tandem of backs, maybe like a Tony Pollard or a Swift or a Tony Pollard and another running back, any running back that he could put a pair together, man. But as far as that, man, stop having Houston Texans, Bill O'Brien, King Bill, PTSD, smart, tough, dependable, because that is not the Nick Caserio way. That is not the DeMeco Ryans way. That is not this current Houston Texans way. H-Town, I'm loving what's going on. We don't have to be like that, man. We have $70 million in cap. And I know I keep repeating it, but we do have $70 million in cap. Like I say, a lot of people like, man, I don't want to waste no money on a Josh Jacobs, on a running back, or Saquon Barkley, which if you give them a 2 or 3 year deal, technically it'll probably be front loaded and it'll be a 2-year deal where you can release him for a little bit of nothing on the 3rd year, kind of like what they did with Dalton Schultz. So it's not going to be something that's going to cripple the organization or that's going to stop Nico Collins from getting his money, that's going to stop you from giving C.J. Stroud a new deal, that's going to stop you from giving Tank Dell a new deal. It is not going to cripple the franchise, and these guys are still productive and still in their prime, and it's very, very, very rare when you have this many top running backs that end up in free agency. It just doesn't happen like that, so this is our time to capitalize. You know, just like I know, if you are a true Houston fan and you sat there and you watch this offense carve people up with C.J. Stroud, but could not come up with a consistent run game. Could not come up with, and I love what Devin Singletary did. I hope, even if they bring Devin Singletary back in some type of package or combination with another running back, I'm cool with that. But we have to go in and go big or go home, man. It's just not going to work. Another thing that I wanted to touch on with you guys, like, who wants to keep on going through the Bill O'Brien era? Now, I know we did invest in a Lamar Miller during the Bill O'Brien era, but he was never when we got him from the Miami Dolphins, he was never a 3-down workhorse back. He was more like a scat back and like a 3rd down back anyway, and Bill O'Brien tried to make him a 3-down back. So when we gave him that money, he was really never that. He was never a 3-down. He was never RB1. He was always a backup. He was a scat back. He was a screen back. He was a outside zone running back. Like that, dude. He was never, ever meant to be that type of back, but that's what ended up happening with Bill O'Brien when you smart, tough, and dependable. He's going to put a round peg in a square hole, or, or a round peg, however you want to say that. I know I'm screwing up on that, but, man, dude, he makes things that doesn't make sense try to make sense. And that's what Bill O'Brien did. As far as us investing in a running back during franchise history, okay, Kubiak went out and tried to get Ben Tate. You can't say Arian Foster, even though he was one of the best backs in Texans history, but that was luck. That was prime luck because he was an undrafted free agent. I believe he was on our practice squad a year before we ever found out who Arian Foster was. And then he went out there and balled out and got his big deal. So that was luck. So a lot of times we never invested. And then I think head coach Bill O'Brien, he rolled Jonathan Blue like no other. Jonathan Blue is not the guy. And I'm going to just tell you like that. He was not the guy. But Bill O'Brien chose to go with his smarts, tough, and dependable theory. And these guys could never, ever. I don't believe he got more than 3 yards of carry, if that. I watched a lot of times Jonathan Blue get the ball handed off to him and he gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage or behind the line of scrimmage. And I'm sorry, not Jonathan Blue, Alfred Blue. You guys know who I'm talking about. But, King Bill got me kind of scrambled up in the brain right now. But Alfred Blue was not the guy, man. He was not the guy. We went and got a couple of other running backs. The guy from San Francisco, I can't think of his name right now, but he was 1,000-yard back. But he didn't even sign back with King Bill. He thought he was more than what he was, and he didn't even get the deal in free agency that he thought he was going to get after being a 1,000-yard running back at the Houston Texans. And the only reason he was a 1,000-yard running back because Bill O'Brien will hand the ball off. And I mean, even if it does not gain any yards, it can consistently lose yards, and Bill O'Brien will give you the ball. So if you're a running back that's getting that many touches, you better get 1,000 yards in a season. H-Town, man, calm down. I'm with you, man. I hope you with me. I hope you understand. I like y'all, man. I want y'all to tell me what's going on. I like when y'all give me the comments. I like when y'all come at me. I like when y'all challenge me. Man, dude, I'm not scared. Like I say, everything H-Town Sports Debate Show. So I'm willing to go with you willy-nilly, baby. We can type it out. We can talk it out. We can do a Q&A. However you guys want it to go down or debate it, man. I don't get mad. It's all fun and games. It's all love as a Houston Texans fan. It's all love on this show. I like to hear what you guys think. So let me know what you guys think about this show. Let me know what you guys think about the Houston Texans. They have to go big or go home with $70 million in cap space, man. I don't know how else to say it. I don't know how else to phrase it. I don't know how else to couch it. The Houston Texans, Nick Caserio and DeMeco Ryans and Bobby Sloyd and that coaching staff over there and that scouting staff have to go big or go home. And then we can do everything else around the draft, man. We can focus around the draft. But right now, they're going to have to get some quality guys in here. They're going to have to hit some home runs or some grand slams, man. We cannot always depend on hitting singles and thinking that it's going to always work, man, because look what happened when we met Baltimore. We was 30 minutes away from getting to our first AFC championship, and we looked dead in the second half, man. We cannot do that again. We cannot go up against the Kansas City Chiefs in an AFC title game or a divisional round, and we don't have the dudes. We have to have the dudes. We have to have the horses. We have to have the goats. I'm telling you guys, baby, I'm about to make a song out this boy, a bust in the rap. But H-Town, I appreciate you guys joining me. I'm your dreadhead host, Hot Topic TB. It's been real chopping it up with you, man. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, man. And peace.
Texas! Put some respect on our name.